This morning on WJCL 22 News at 6, Chatham County mourns the life of Dr. Linda Davis after a driver fleeing federal immigration authorities crashed into her.
She had goals and she had a passion for what she did, and you could truly see it in the level of teaching that she did with our students.
Hear how the community is remembering the beloved educator this morning. And courtroom drama in that $40,000 Best Buy theft case. One suspect walking free while others, their cases move forward. We're breaking down what's next for the remaining defendants. And the trial of the father accused in that Appalachia High School shooting. That trial continues this morning. What the latest testimony in court is revealing. WJCL 22 Morning News at 6. It starts right now, and thanks so much for starting your Friday with us here on WJCL 22 News. Good morning. I'm Frank Solkowski. Let's go ahead and get over to meteorologist Jonathan Myers. And Jonathan, looking behind me, looks like a pretty clear start to this Friday. Looking behind you, looks like it's also a very warm start.
Yeah, for a February morning, Frank, for sure. Temperatures in the upper 60s and close to 70 as we start the morning off. So those drive time temperatures, I think a lot of us may drop off a few more degrees, 64 to about 68 there for morning temperatures. And then quickly warming up, we'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds at times today, and other times mostly cloudy. I do not anticipate a lot of rain throughout the daytime, but we may see a few spotty showers. Now for the weekend, a different story. A good chance we'll see some rain on a Saturday. Maybe even a few severe thunderstorms will be possible. Then a cold front moves through on a Sunday that will bring us much cooler weather, even some freezing temperatures likely by early next week. But I'll track out more of the chances of rain for tomorrow and the rest of the weekend forecast coming up in less than 10 minutes. I-16 at US 301. This is in Bullock County, and seen a few cars there on I-16 this morning. Folks making their way to work. Another look this morning. This is a live look. This is on I-16 right there at mile marker 5 there in Hardeeville. See the truck traffic, cars that are rolling along there. So if you're making that commute from Hardeeville to downtown Savannah, just taking a little less than 30 minutes. No issues through I-95 and also I-16 with no accidents at this time. Frank?
All right, thanks so much, Jonathan. Well, this morning, the Chatham County community continues to mourn the loss of Dr. Linda Davis, the teacher who died as a result of a chase with immigration agents. Now that crash, it happened back on Monday at the intersection of Whitfield Avenue and the Truman Parkway. Last night, the community gathering for a vigil. WJCL 22 News, we had a chance to speak with the principal and others at Hess K-8. That's where Dr. Davis worked and was driving to when she was killed. Now, the school says Davis had a tremendous impact. The special education teacher was loved by students, her co-workers, the entire staff. Now, the principal says this has been a very difficult week for everyone at the school.
How do you hope Dr. Linda Davis is remembered?
I hope that Dr. Linda Davis is remembered for her spirit of learning and teaching. She was one that was willing to go in and educate, but she was also one that wanted to be educated. She had goals and she had a passion for what she did, and you could truly see it in the level of teaching that she did with our students. Our students are going to excel because of her.
Now, McMullen says the support from the community means so much to everyone there at the school. Now to a courtroom twist in the alleged $40,000 Best Buy theft ring. A judge dismissing charges against one of the 6 suspects, but another defendant's case is moving forward. Prosecutors say a Best Buy employee helped customers walk out with 143 items. He would ring up the items without charging for them. The judge ruled there wasn't enough evidence to keep one of the suspects charged.
What he would do was ring the items up, but discount them out. He would not so much discount them out, he would board them out. He would board them out. I asked Miss Summers, did any of this show up on her checking account? She said, no, it did not.
Now, 31-year-old Sabria Summers walking free, her charges dismissed. The judge kept the charges against Leslie Bostic. Her case and the cases against 4 other suspects now head to Superior Court.
There's no way that Georgia Department of Corrections will leave a child dead for 2 days. That's unheard of.
Right now, civil rights attorney Ben Crump, you see him there on your screen, standing alongside a grieving family in Georgia. Crump demanding answers and accountability after what they call a preventable death happened inside a state prison. Javion Benham was found dead in solitary confinement back on Christmas Eve. The Lowndes County coroner determined he actually died at least 2 days earlier. Crump says the coroner determined that Benham was strangled to death. He claims investigators believe the cellmate, the accused killer. Crump says that cellmate was known to be a dangerous man and affiliated with a white supremacist prison gang.
We're here to say that Javion Benham life mattered, that this case matters, because if it can happen to Javion, then it can happen to your loved one.
Benham's mom said her son was about to be released. We reached out to the Georgia Department of Corrections for a statement. We have not heard back as of this morning.
And if words such as death or guns or drugs or any of those words sort of throws up a flag to the administrative staff and the counselors for us to follow up with.
Okay. And did that happen with Colt?
It did.
And what was the word that flagged?
The first word that flagged was abuse.
Well, in Barrow County, Georgia, the trial of the father of the accused Appalachia High School shooter continues this morning. Yesterday, jurors spent another day watching deputy body camera video. Prosecutors say Colin Gray gave his son the gun used in that deadly school shooting that left 4 dead and injured 9 others. Gray faces 29 charges. His son Colt faces 55, including felony murder and aggravated assault. Now, according to our ABC affiliate up in Atlanta, deputy body cam footage shows Gray reacting in shock after learning of the attack back in 2024. In court testimony revealed the Georgia Department of Children and Family Services had investigated Colt Gray being physically abused by his mother. Witnesses also described the teen's past struggles in school and prior counseling efforts.
And was there a second search after the word abuse?
Yes, it was how to kill your dad. I attempted to get in touch with him, I guess by phone. I did not get a response. I tried to get in touch with his mom. We did not get a response, and so it was decided that we would send the resource officer from the school to the home to make sure that everyone was safe.
Now, that trial is set to continue in court in the coming weeks. Well, firefighters across Chatham County battling multiple fires Thursday. You're taking a look at Chatham County firefighters fighting a destructive house fire. It happened yesterday afternoon on Finn Circle, just off Quaco Road. Chatham County fire officials say they were called to the scene around 1:30, and they say one person was airlifted to the Augusta Burn Center. 3 people are displaced, along with 6 animals. The Red Cross has been contacted to help provide support. And multiple fires have forced families out of their homes in and around Savannah. Savannah Fire releasing this picture of crews on the scene of a mobile home fire on Ford Avenue. They responded yesterday morning around 10:30. Thankfully, no injuries were reported there, but we're told 2 adults and 2 children were displaced. And hours later, crews responding to a fire on Skidaway. They found heavy smoke coming from this multi-family structure. Again, no one was hurt, but the residents are displaced this morning. The cause of these fires have yet to be released.